Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Let's play some games. Who wants to play Send Me Challenge? Alright, we almost get 1600, so try to think a little bit harder. Alright, I will wait until he will take and bring the bishop. Alright, now as black I have very active position here. Okay, bishop 5, I have really great pressure in his position. Knight is coming. Queen b6, he was trying b4, but now he can't b4. I think rook back to f1 is only move to protect the pawn on f2, right? Let's protect before, so he won't force me to bring my bishop back. And at great position already. He looks 2 moves to move the rook safety there. Alright, no problem. Okay, another great diagonal we have. And bishop g4 and even try to take those, so h2 should be pressured there. Can we kick the knight? Okay. d4 is protected very well. I would like to just some d4 and pressure the position from the center. Alright, let's open the chat. Hello, Brilliantor. 2 likes? Well, great, I see. Our just need another 19 likes, okay? Let's try to gain it today. Do you want to play, Brilliantor? Just knight takes doesn't matter because, he's taking anyway. c5 knight back, d4. Alright, Brilliantor. After this, send me challenge. Like, c5 isn't giving me anything because, I can't go d4. That's the problem. Okay, c3 is weakness. He's pushing a pawn and another pawn is going to be weakness. 19. Like, if I say the 90, yes. Could be better, but I don't expect I will have 91 likes. So 19 is enough. Like, I was trying some d4 all this time, but that's not happening. I don't know why. Take, queen takes. Alright, I have some sort of plan with queen that. Alright. Here knight c2, I will take c3. I was thinking like if I sack the knight he takes. Oh, okay, I forgot the bishop is protecting. But anyway, I can sack the knight and then d4. Because that will be pin and he's gonna lose his bishop, which is, I think, more valuable in the center than my knight. Here queen escapes, I can take the bishop because that should be pin here. Alright. Why, Brilliant, or what you did bad? Your YouTube account or chess.com? Here d5. Okay, let's protect d5 and try to pressure c3, so f2 will be pressured anyway. The bishop will be open on this diagonal. Alright, let's see. Already great position. My position, I'm gonna say, is more active because his rook on this a1 isn't doing anything. There's just block from his own pawn. And even that's bringing activity not easy. He needs to waste so much moves here. Like e6 and f6 will be moved. Let's try that. Oh my god, Brilliantor, how you did that? Okay, my queen is pressured, but no problem. I think even on b6 that will be great, if not some c4. c4 I can't take. Yeah, c4 anyway. You know, c4 will keep his bishop forever, but he will give me this passed pawn. So even c4 he will defend c2 and I will take b3 or bishop b3. Okay, from bishop e3 I will let him have really active position. His bishop should be great, but queen d6 will be possible. I don't know. Don't worry, it's responded. Alright, we will wait. How you gonna play with me? Still everything protected, I don't want to any risky moves, you know? My time is lower. And now we need to think how not to blunder here. Because now I don't think I need very much calculation. My time is lower. That means he will calculate more grid here, okay? Well, I think we got this. Finally, from this opening I was waiting for this d4 move, which I did. Oh, brilliant, or how could be? Oh, new account, you mean? In your new account, probably. I would like to bring the rook and e2 so I can push the pawn one more square, but his bishop was doing a great job, which... okay. Is that a miss from him or not? I think rook e1. Alright, he played that. Great news, bro. Probably rook d6 could be great. And now you can open that account, yes? And some rook f2 should be moved if I can to pressure this g2. Alright, now I can't. Check here, check. Even queen e4, okay? That won't be made. If I bring the rook, f5 can protect, right? If some rook e8 move here. Okay, queen is coming. Rook e3 to pressure. Ah, okay. He sucked the rook because he's gonna take on e4. That was his idea. Okay, now we don't need any sort of queen trades. But our time is very low. Just like he can push that pawn, okay? I think for that we need to bring our king. But my king will be a little bit far from my kingside pawns, so let's be sure we are not blundering these pawns, because same threat we will have on that king side. Okay, everything guarded, still he can't push. Okay, his pawns are isolated, which is great news actually. If I take c5, I can take another, but because my pawns with each other, I don't think he can make any progress on kingside. Hello, Charul. Good, how are you doing, bro? That's pretty good stream. How we cannot defend this? I think even if some queen e7 and we cut this straight and play the queens just with 3 pawn, it can be even draw, but we can't be sure about this. His king is great protected. We can't do anything. Okay, why not queen f8, then queen a8 here. Okay, now a7, what should I play? Okay, even that was a lag, but I played that on time. Alright, not bad. 238 streaks on chess.com. Not bad, I think. Alright, my time wasn't that much. Anyway, let's try a new one. Who wants to play? I think in this position just don't take is the best move, even from the black and from the white, but actually bishop d3 is more famous move which they are blundering in one move. Alright, the queen was guarding the knight and bishop d3 just he blundered. Okay, you are very close, Brilliantor. Are you gonna play with your account? With your same account, okay? 3 likes. Alright. I wish I will have 21 likes. d5 to prevent from knight d6, okay? Even d6 can be moved, but d5 is a little bit aggressive. Yes, Brilliantor, next one I will wait. Okay, c7 is pressured, he's trying for... How can I prevent that? Queen check, takes... I don't know. Queen check from a5. How can I force him to go back to prevent from this? Queen check, bishop come. You know, queen trades, just king d8 I can play. So that should be okay. But now this knight is coming with a4, which can't be great here. Bishop d6 won't work. Queen check. Queen f6. I will take the pawn, but knight d2 will save everything. I don't know. How can I prevent from this check? a6 won't work. Okay, let's see if queen e2, that will be great for me actually. Because king d8 will work anyway. Yeah, how expected. Should be only move or even knight. Knight here, rook b8, take d5. Okay, I think I still can handle this position, but let's see. Queen a5 isn't giving anything brilliant, or just another knight on c3 will help him to develop his pieces, no much other. Alright, let's slowly kick his pieces back and probably get my king on that king side. Queen side is already very bad from these dark squares here. Block with the knight. Okay, with the knight I could, with, you know, the thing that I need to go here, just push his pieces back and be sure everything is guarded. Knight e5. Alright, for sure knight e5 was working. Anyway, my position isn't bad, just if I castle that should be great here. Which, even that's not, but anyway. Alright, from b7, really much pressure he has. But he's coming with probably bishop g4 to pressure here one more time and attack on the queen, right? What about some sort of queen move? Now queen c5. Okay, this d7 is protected. I would like to keep the queen protected, but after bishop moves, that will be unguarded here, you know? I don't want to hang so much pieces. Okay, Brilliantor, we will play. He take and mate. So I think if e5 some f4 move can be. That's why knight b8, okay? Now this rook isn't doing anything, so I would like to trade here to this c-file to just bring my king safety. Okay, I can't take. He takes and then d7. How can we protect? Okay, the one piece that can protect, that's a queen here, but from where? c6. Yes, he can't attack. If he attacks and kick the queen back, he could take this figure. Even some mates can be here. Can I show you that? I will see that after this, okay? After this stream. These dark squares are very bad. If I have just one pawn here, it will cut his bishop from f4 and won't do anything bad in my position. I could even some sort of, I don't know, like castle. Okay, what is this move giving to him? Okay, let's just bring the rooks. Bring the rooks and defend this. Okay, that was expected. a7, okay. If bishop e3, I will go back. Okay, now I have this game in my history. So I will see that. Okay? Because I opened 4 ups, just that should be lagging very well. I can't find anything. Brilliant. Now I can't move another page, okay? Take b4 and bring the rook. Okay, I'm trying some counter-attack that should be even madness. I don't know. But let's try. Knight takes, okay, why he chooses that was mouse click, I promise. Mouse slip, sorry. No, brilliant, or still I can't. After the stream I will go on the next stream, I will say about that, okay? I was trying to take with a queen with prime after rook takes, but that didn't happen. I can't guess why. Alright. Our time was very low, but anyway. We have by an... Okay, Brilliantor, I forgot about you. So next one I will play, okay? We're really aggressive. Bro, I can't open so much apps. You know, I already opened 4 apps and see my computer how much is lagging. If I'm going another page, just all pages are being closed because my computer like isn't new, okay? That's why I can't. We suck the knight, queen h5, king e7, queen f7 check, king d6, knight b5 mate, okay? Mate in 4 if he takes the knight. If he doesn't take, anyway, that should be same thing here. So how can you kick the knight from here? You know, g5 isn't a mistake, but for this, the players needs to play h6 and then g5. You know, f6 is too much, which is actually helping to this. Check, king f8 probably. If e7. Okay, the difference from f7 check won't be. But his position is destroyed. Can he take? Let's take, he takes, and I will attack on the queen. He shouldn't have any a move to just defend himself. He will like to, he would like to trade the queens, but I'm gonna castle, bring my king a little bit safe position, and that's check. He can't move the king, just knight is coming. Knight f7. Knight f7 isn't doing anything brilliant here. Okay, that's already lost for him. Just knight in 3 or 4 is coming. There is no way he can defend. King g7, queen h6, because the bishop isn't guarding right now this knight. Alright. Like, king e7 even can be. That should be double check. King d6, knight b5 mate, okay? Yes, already that lost for him. Just if Vienna Gambit don't open this diagonal. That's already I'm bringing really huge attack over here. Knight back takes. Okay, doesn't matter. Well, brilliant, or send me challenge. Who wants to play? That's the link. Find me there and send me challenge. I will play with everyone, okay? Okay, let's wait some seconds to Brilliantor and play. Hello, Navin. Do you want to play? Okay, Brilliantor, you are very long time in my stream. Probably you can play this gambit and have really great results there. Alright, let's play. Let's see which opening can we play here. Even in the game, let's play in the game. Brilliantor, chess.com said you aren't in chess.com. When I'm gonna end the game, please, before this, just some seconds before that, leave the stream and go on chess.com, okay? So we won't waste any gold time there. Can you suck your queen, please? Yes, I mean, I sacrificed my queen not very uh, less time, so I will try. And I crushed my opponents with this gambit. Alright, bro. Yes, harder gambit, but if you are just know this gambit, that's being easy. Takes, queen's traded, and he will take. He should be up a pawn, right? Okay, great move actually, he finds that. Bishop takes, we can take. Select bishop g7. I take bishop takes, okay? But what if I destroy his pawn structure? Okay, brilliant horse. Just he has pawn weaknesses. Alright, I mean, no problem. I will try to do that. Probably in our next game. You know, that's 3-minute game. We don't have so much time to play. So we will reach another game too fast and try to sacrifice. You know, I couldn't even not to trade and try some sacrifices. This position that should be losing for me. So not brilliant and blunder could happen if I don't do this what I did there. Yes, some forcing moves, some sacrificed from him. But already he has weaknesses here. I can trade and effort should be very weak. But I would like to keep my bishop. D-file is great one for me. Okay, because I can't bring my rook on d2, I'm gonna trade all this and then d2, okay? It doesn't matter bishop takes or not, anyway. Alright, my opponent is up 2 pawns. But see, he's gonna lose one by one. Brilliant horse. Okay, not that, okay? Don't be rude. I think b3, like, I would like to keep my rooks on that second rank and try to take these pawns. But first, e4 is weak, he can't defend even with, you know, f3, e3 will be weak. So let's try to win all this. Okay, my opponent is up 2 pawns, but his position is, you know, almost gonna hang everything. I can already take and make him isolated pawns. You know, he has double pawns in his position. Knight bots. I don't know why knight bots. Just you are comparing them from with knight bots. That can be even a little bit rude. I don't know. You could have sacked your rook on b7. How? It's just a bot. Yes, but when you are saying bot to humans, I don't know. Is that nice? Alright, bishop back, because I'm gonna take b2 and a2 c3 will be hanging same time. So he's gonna lose one of that and... Okay, see, I bring my 2 pawns back here. Bishop takes and then he's losing the rook. Ah, b2. Yes, b2 is actually great, which I played here. I don't know why he wasting move for this. Probably to just block my bishop, but I don't believe that's giving him anything. That's a double pawn. I don't like even to trade this. Okay, brilliant, Charul. I got that. Yes, b2 even. I try to pressure there and bring my rooks there. Try to some winning ideas. I have passed pawn and he hasn't. These 2 pawns aren't doing anything, like f5 and try to make a new passed pawn, but that will be slow plan, comparing with my plan here. Just I would like to bring the bishop into the game from like f6, but f6, e6 can be moved, which is a little bit, can be hard for me to guard this, if some even rook be active. Okay, now that isn't. You know the idea, I'm opening this bishop diagonal, so even some a3 try to make a new queen. I will try to take this pawn. So rook a1 from a1 won't defend this, okay? Just rook a1, rook back even won't be bad, but because his king just needs 2 squares to just break into my position, I will lose that pawn. That's the problem. That's why I tried to open this. I can just cut his king from that b file. Okay, to also defend this, okay? He has passed pawn, but my passed pawn is a little bit dangerous. Okay, king e6. How can push the king and try to move that pawn forward? That's okay, this push is coming. I think from a2 his bishop can't attack and his king is cut from that b file, which should be okay here. One like, I don't know what will be. Have you some what you want to be after one like? I don't know. Let's try to think about that. Okay, great one. Now bishop b2 is coming, and that will be fork. His bishop is pinned, he can't move. And alright. The rook should be attack, okay? I think king e4. Okay, king e4, I can sack the rook check and take the rook. Alright, I forgot about this. Let's do pre-moves. If his king go closer to the pawn on a2, I could just keep this position because somehow just from b3 will be even a little bit harder for breakthrough from him. Alright. I'm saying could have taken the pawn on b2 when his rook was defending and then the knight was on e1. Alright, and then check and take the rook, okay? Okay, I understand that. Okay, I think we have like... Let's play Brilliantor. Who wants to play? That's the link in the below chat. So send friend request and play, okay? I love full nothing. Yes, for sure, I'm remembering you. How are you, brother? Stats? Yes, my stats is growing yesterday. That was a little bit even better. Fans assemble FC. Alright, bro, I will play with you. That's the below on the chat is the link. Send me friend request and send me challenge after this game, okay? I will play. Orienter, I'm waiting for you for sending challenge, but you are keeping in the chat. Don't know. I don't know even I need to wait for yours, not but uh, please don't waste time when you are trying to play, okay? I'm waiting 1 minute, you are not sending. So I'm not being sure you are trying to send or not. When I'm finishing the game, that's... Yes, they are going, I don't know where. I'm already your friend. Alright, bro. Next one I will play with you. Can you remind your name? So I will accept your challenge. Really? Alright, got that, brilliant. Next one you can send. The difference that uh, after new game you can spend, okay? More another 3 challenges. Please don't forget about likes. Before 94, okay? So I won't let him to go before. The net will be centralized and these dark squares for me I will lose probably. Don't know. Some squares I will lose. Fast assemble. Alright, bro. I can try to push this pawn, but I don't think his queenside castle should be nice or not. So let's see. If I try to open this H file, but can I? That's the question. I would like, but can I? Uh, like, how can I bring all my pieces on that king side? His king side is already isn't bad, just a little bit overextended. Really brilliant her. Yes, he changed his name and now he's Among Us guy. His name. Right, I don't know why my opponent tried that because now the knight is pinned. Bishop e3, queen b6. I think he can't handle this. Even takes, I will take the bishop first with a check and then the knight. Okay? What is this move? I can have 3 pieces against his queen. Okay, who wanted to sacrifice the queen? Who wanted? Are you here, my brother? I'm gonna sack the queen. Take the bishop because, you know, anything else he can do. If not take the queen. Just take, he should be down a piece. Alright, queen sacrifice, there are 3 pieces. That's all. Alright, it's still equal, but we are up too much here. Your light square bishop. Uh, Abdallah Radi. How? My light square bishop. From g4. He couldn't in this position because that's pinned. And if like g4 could happen, bishop b4 can be moved anyway. I think he could bring more pressure. Abdallah that he could take, okay? There weren't any sort of pressure. Alright, I think my position is doing great. Right, I was already 1 move ahead from losing that move. I was in a stress. Okay, queen takes knight d4 and I think that can be great position, almost winning. Be sure, just f5 I take, d5 is weak. Here takes. Okay, let's castle. He takes, we will trade the rooks. I will bring the rook on f2. Strong in online chess. In online chess, I don't know, probably United States or Indian chess grandmasters. When his dark squared bishop defended. Let's see in this position, you mean? Okay, but from e3 I have two pressure. Just two pieces are pressuring this bishop, okay? Abdallah, and that should be just trade. Yes, should be just traitor, which he preferred to take the queen. Alright, d4 is coming. If I break through with the knights, that should be great here. He wasn't pinned. Alright, bro, got it. Should be trade because, you know, if I take his dark square bishop knight takes, I had a queen on b6, alright? Another tournament. Yes, brilliant. Or how much? How many days after that will be? Yes, but he take back with his knight when you take his dark squared bishop, and then he would be up a piece. Alright, let's say that and move forward. I understand what you are saying. Okay, he takes the bishop, he's up a figure. I take his bishop with a check. He needs to take, okay? He's taking with the knight. He's up a figure, but queen take is coming. You know, when I have only one attacker on that, e3 should be down a piece for me. But you know, I'm pressuring with two pieces. Knight takes. Only the knight is guarding, but I have two attackers. Bishop takes, knight takes, and then queen takes. Okay, Abdallah. 10 gems, 5 em, 7 cm. Alright, brilliantor. I think you will win. How that can be? Okay, that's why queen is 9 point. Oh, the queen is... b7 is pressured, b6 is pressured. I move the bishop, I lose b7. I can't defend the bishop. About some sort of sacrifices. Hard position. Here takes d3. Can he defend this? Rook d1. d2, that's already queen, but the bad thing that my knight can't join, you know? He just literally closed all these squares where I can jump the knight and support my pawn. Bishop c5, queen takes. Rook here takes. I will lose 2 pawns, probably the knight even. I don't know. c5 takes. You know, if my knight weren't hanged just, I will suck a6 pawn and bring my rook on that second rank, which could be greater. Here takes. Knight back. Alright. Let's go all in. The knight on a3 he can't take, okay? So his king side is protected very well, and his weak spots are on queen side, which... Okay, some double the rooks or even some d4, okay? He takes, my rook is active, another rook should be active. He can't protect from this d-file. Just this d-file will be completely mine after trades. I can't take. Did he trap the bishop? Alright, he didn't. Queen takes. Bishop back and b6 will be guarded. Okay, d4 is coming. Just, I need to think anything before he will try to push these pawns forward, okay? Some bring the rook d4. If I bring my rooks on that second rank, should be Great position. I can't even make a draw like that. Why not? The worst thing in my position that the knights aren't doing anything. Like this knight I can't even move. Otherwise that 3 pieces against the queen should be great position. Which now we have. Alright. Let's open the centers and try to bring my least active pieces into the game. Some like okay, d5 is free, d5 f5. d5 will pressure the pawns. Takes rook c1, rook c8, rook back. Okay, I wasn't reaching to take that. So bishop back. Here takes d2, rook d1. Right, I don't know what's a move I can play. Bishop back, he will take, I will take b4. Isn't sound bad for sure. Yes, he takes rook b4 and another rook will join to pressure the center, try to open the center. 7 likes, okay, we need only 14 likes. He takes, even like knight d5 isn't seems bad because b4 can be lose anything. Anyway. Okay, he isn't choosing to take. What about sack the bishop? And then take c3? Right, not working. Okay, why not? Let's activate our another rook and have advantage on that c file here. Takes rook b4. Rook b4, rook b2. Yes, and somehow rook c2. That's all. That's my plan. The bad thing that's these knights aren't doing anything. Somehow that's being really hard to bring it into the game. Takes, rook takes, I can't move the bishop. So what if I move it now? Only queen d7 he can save the queen, see? Queen d7 is only move. If even back, he can take d4, alright. I could even try knight f8 to trap the queen from a7. Now this only move. But he could take d4 for sure. The good thing that I'm gonna take and he can't take it back. Now rook takes won't be bad. But because that's still guarded and his rook can support this pawn from pushing forward, which I'm gonna say his rook on f3 isn't doing anything. So like c2 rook c1 is protecting from e3. That's his rook is doing. So some like going back and try to take c2. I don't know. I think I don't need to push this. Because from here knight d5 can protect and from c2 just only one rook can't do all that job. There is another move like c7. c7, rook a8 is this gonna lose. If I suck, rook can't take. Because he will lose a rook for defend. Queen takes. Alright, here queen takes. Rook a8. Let's think about that a little bit. The rook should move on a8 or takes. Alright, 8 likes. Now we need 13 likes, okay? Let's gain that. c2 takes. I can't. Bishop takes, queen takes, and then b4. Alright, not bad idea. Uh, 2380. Pixel play. I would like to play with you. Now 9. Alright. Now 12 likes remain. Here just, I'm happy I can bring the rook on b1. Just from b1 I'm already trying to make a queen. I'm already seeing these moves, Rook c1 takes, queen a3. And he's taking, I'm making a queen, he's not taking. I take, queen on c1, okay? It should be two knights against the queen, but that c2 pawn is just bulldozing his position, forcing very much in his position here. Just, he needs to bring all his pieces back and try to defend that. Takes, it should be just trade here. How he finds this move. Even rook a8 won't work, okay? Did he miss blundered or not? Okay, he blundered. He's taking the rook and, even first time I thought knight f8. But rook c8, I'm kicking the queen back and this pawn is unstoppable. He needs to sacrifice the rook and we will reach a position where I have two bad knights, like I'm gonna say g6 is bad. I need two or three moves to bring it in a good square here. And the only threat that will be in his position will be this pawn. When opponent's queen is active, you need to be sure you're not blundering. Some checks, and then will come some forks, some pins here. So I'm happy, like, after h6, king h7, my king will be defended. Some pawn pushes that can destroy my king side, but I think he's gonna try to push this queen side pawn after queen escapes, sacrifice the rook, h6, okay? Even if not h6, I will try to bring the knight. The queen is a very good piece when opponent is in a-time pressure. But when it's lonely, it can't do anything, I'm gonna say. Alright, why he did that? Okay, two knights. Jonathan Small. Hello, brother. Here takes. Great move, actually, from him. Actually, two knights, two knights, I'm gonna say, are more trickier than one queen. Okay, now my position is defended. The knights are defending each other very well. Pawn push can't be, and no, he doesn't need even pawn pushes because how much squares he brings, how much chances I'm gonna take that. What he needs to just bring his king on that king side, try to open this position with his own pawns, with his own rook. Because this pawn is already dead. Okay, the knight on d5, if I didn't play knight b6, just the pawn could push. I don't know, just or doesn't have any sort of trouble. I'm trying to block that. Knight d5, and there is very much risk that he's gonna blunder some forks. His knight is low, okay? That doesn't depend from his play. That depends from the time, actually. Alright, here to bring the king. If rook c2. Rook c2, another knight probably back, or Bonjour, brother. I had some issues at the lights, and now I come back. Let's continue to play this game. Who wants to play in the chat that's below the link? You can find me on chess.com, send me challenge. Alright, he already lost the bishop. I sucked the knight, he lost the bishop. That's great position, right? If he takes, queen e6 will be made. Let's see if it's gonna happen or not. Like, I'm gonna say take should be mistake from him, which he isn't doing. Alright. I sacrificed the knight, and bishop g4 is just a mistake where very much players are actually doing. We can't guess why, but that's the reality. Is this made? Alright. Great mate, actually. Who wants to play? That's the link in below chat. Find me there and send me challenge. And before that, I will start to play a new one. Okay, finally we are getting our rating back. Now we are 1600. Right, let's do this. I think like Indian game even I can play, but because he's already playing passive with a3, b, even b3, I will try to have the center. He's giving that advantage to me. I like to use that advantage, okay? Let's see, just bishop c5 is great move, which actually I'm trying to play here. No, just his queen side is good one. Like even c4 can be here from him, and he will get really great advantage on that queen side. But you know, as white, that's a little bit passive. It's not active too much. Like if black, that should be much better. Alright, first one you're gonna play as white, okay? Just you can push your pieces to center. That's why it looks like how can I say, Indian game as black. Yes, and then some like f5, e5 moves are going to happen. That's why it looks like that. Alright. Like some... Okay, his queen side is great. We can't do anything here. Yes, and then some like... Take won't work, okay? You know, bishop takes, knight back f4, he will guard. So, another way I will get fork if I take that. Knight here, I will sack the pawn. Okay, what if we just offer some pawn trade if not f4? You know, he can just move his queen side forward, and I don't know is that king side forward is great or bad, because that's already overextended. That should be made. h6 he can sacrifice. h6, knight g6 will be possible. Okay, I think a5 should be better. Wait, I can take the knight. Take the knight, bishop takes, king here, bishop g6, queen h7 mate. Right, for not getting that mate, just f5, that won't be pressured. I just draw Magnus Carlsen. Okay, how can I see that? That's really interesting. I didn't see very much pictures actually when were drawn Magnus Carlsen. Should be interesting one. Please keep board in the middle. I didn't see very much pictures actually. In the middle, but how can I bring my picture? Mohan Kumar. Okay, we cut this straight. I think knight g6 could be better and then some f5. I know Thunder Sketcher. I know what you mean. I didn't see any pictures about Magnus Carlsen, like drawing pictures, you know? I understand you. Okay, why my opponent chooses to lose a pawn here? Is this attack over or not? Okay, why I thought king 8 and defend this g7. Why he didn't take g7, by the way? Alright, very much questions. Rook h8, if queen g7 weren't workable, just plunder that. The queen, which is actually can't move. So I think some bishop back even now can't be. Like f5 he takes, he can't move the bishop, or he can. Okay, I'm trying to just pressure and take the queen, but that's like rook h8 won't work. If I bring the queen on f8, he will understand what I'm trying to do, and that won't be good. Bishop takes f5 to keep the bishop back, okay? Because he has very great attack in my position. But even f5 right now. Like I could take f4, but I don't think that's a move that I need to play as fast as I can. I think he can check and take anything. Okay, the bishop, sorry. He's gonna trade the queens and his two bishops are gonna be under attack or not? I think that should be a cure one. Okay, if he takes the bishop, he should be with under attack 3 pieces. Which one he's gonna defend? Given rook back, I will take white square bishop. Alright, his 3 pieces was pressured and now only one. How he could do that? Alright, that's some sort of like, don't know, rook a2 check. That's my position isn't already great, but I have 2 passed pawns. Just my rook is great here. He missed his bishop just with 1.3 minutes in his time, which weren't bad. Edward Plotkin, I think that's okay. That's not that bad. Just because I hadn't, just who could realize his 3 pieces was under attack there? How he could defend it. Just because when you are thinking a little bit, your time is running and you are losing. That is Ziviosh. I think you are Russian, right? I know a little bit Russian. Interesting language. Dactyla. I think I'm speaking right. Alright, anyway. I think we needed that king castle first and then another one, okay? Another fix in his position in a defensive square. Israel. Alright. Do you know English or you prefer Russian? Your stream is lagging some. Yes, because just for this I opened 4 apps. Can be. Takes. Okay, let's centralize our pieces here. And rook c8 even can be. Edward, do you want to play? Thunder Sketcher, who wants? Just the link below the chat. Who wants to play? Find me there, and yeah, that's already you can find there, you know. I did all that job. You need to click and send me. Let's pressure the queen, so I will take this central pawn and take the rook. Okay, d3 bishop takes. I would like to take the bishop. I went with some trades or not. Okay, let's sacrifice the pawn just for taking the bishop, because even if we move middle game or end game, that bishop can be very tricky. That won't work. Knight c4. Knight c4, rook c8, b3, okay? And a4 he will kick, I should go back. Some calculation you need to have. I could take b2, but rook b1 and b7 could be loose. Knight here. A bishop a4, b3, bishop back won't work. Let's pressure this pawn, alright? And bring the queen. Here. Rook can take, if back, even e6. He did the right job, you know. Just because on that white square my bishop could attack and now it's not, that's why he pushed this. Takes. Queen c7, how is he gonna protect? Because we need to be sure we are not moving our bishop somewhere. The queen is just pinned here. Knight takes is coming, if c4 I can kick. Knight a4 can't be possible. Alright, I need 2 moves, but he can do the same and defend it. I can't take, another knight will jump and should be same thing. Just for have this bishop advantage, that's why I sacrificed my pawn and I'm trying to get this back. I'm pressuring literally with all my pieces, but it's so unclear. Right, like, I don't know, queen b7 is working one or not. Or we need to pressure this c file or pressure this e pawn so I can't move forward. Really much moves we can play, but not really much moves are right here. Like, I thought about f6, but e3 is defended very well. a4 takes. Rook c8, I can't move the bishop anyway. Alright, he can't move and he can't any progress. So, you know, he can, but I don't think that trades can be great for him. So even in the end game, when my pieces aren't defended very well, you know, takes. Alright, queen d8 to keep the rook or rook e8. I think rook e8 and take the knight. We can take, we will get almost mate in my position. Yeah, the knight should be pressured, queen should be pressured here, that's why. But what about knight back and some e6 and rook c7? Actually, knight e6 really great move, which is preventing him from some pawn pushes. The knight e6, and if I just needs to go forward, some knight f4 and everything can happen. If he takes, I would like to keep my bishop. Let's try to trade the knights, but he's not gonna afford that. Okay, bro, you missed your knight. You will miss your knight, I mean. But you know that's not over, he has this passed pawn. That's literally not doing anything, but some moves like knight d6 is protected and some other. Alright, we have another challenge. Who wants to play in the chat? There is Link, find me there. Scandinavian Let's Play. Hello, Thundersketcher. I know you. Alright, what should we play there? I think just then bring the bishop e6 and short castle or long castle. Because Scandinavian defense are preferring long castle. Scandinavian defense players, I mean. Yes, should be great, but that's a little bit aggressive if I castle long because his king side is his center and queen side is already great one here. d5 knight, knight b4, try to fork this. Try to like rook can't move. You mean? I mean. Oh my logo. Your logo is great, is perfect, is really good. Really beautiful. What can I say? Is this right move from him or not? I think knight back is the idea. Here takes, queen takes. How can he defend c2? Okay, knight a3 will come. c3, he takes, knight c2. Takes the pawn. Okay, I don't know why that's getting so tricky. I think I'm gonna just trade here. And you know his light squares pieces are active on that e6, c6, but from dark squares actually I can work. Let's see this. Like bishop take to keep the knight guarded. My opponent is wasting so much time, which in blitz game isn't that much effective, you know. Goofy chess videos. Where can I see that? I didn't see for sure. Knight c2. Take won't work. Knight back won't work. Knight take is f7. Take the bishop takes. Okay, why he played that? Բարև աղբեր ջան։ Լավ ա մեր մոտ շատ հայեր կան։ Լավ ես շախմատից ուզում ես խաղանք։ Okay, he wasted so much time, but I think knight c2 is the move I would like to play. Knight c2. Alright, his rook is just blocked. But he could play there. Well, not him. I am listening to you. He's down exchange, but actually that's really tricky position. I don't know how can he trick, but it seems already some knight f7. If the bishop was protected. Are you there? Yes, I'm here. Just my legs were gone for 1 second and everything closed. I needed to just go for it. If I move the knight, sorry, the queen from that pin. Castle, knight takes. Even queen takes from a8 mate, or... Alright, I thought my queen is under attack there. Ահա Դավիթ ջան։ Եղավ ախպեր ջան, ոնց հարմար է։ Ռափիդ, հա, լավ է։ Հակին բարձր է, 1500-ը։ Okay, let's play Vayne. How could I miss that one move? Just I saw my queen was pressured, but why I played that? Okay, very bad. Like, I know that guy. Okay, I didn't see his videos, but I know him. Like, what was his name? Pushkar, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we have Bayenna. Just seeing when this Vayna can be really great, actually. Really great center. Little bit aggressive, but no, that's like Rook G1 even. That's bringing really much attack in his position. I think he takes just for having enough time to guard G7, okay? His king isn't castled yet and should be some tricks like in my position. I could like h3 force him to take and bring my rook on that position. But I think I'm gonna try to bring the queen, and if I need even some, takes, queen h4 from some tricks here. Too sure. Alright, I remember him. Some like knight jumps are gonna work or not. I think that's the right time to play h3. Or not. Okay, not now. I could take and then g7, but c2 should be pressured. That's why I was a little bit worried about. Okay, all my pieces are on this side. How that should be unprotected? Really bad. Take, okay. Another time I just going to lose my queen. Oh, no child, that's won't depend from my internet, that's dependent from my lights, which aren't working some. Like 1 second that's gone and my whole computer turned off, that's why I disconnected. I lost this, but that's not all over the world. Takes, the knight should be guarded. Challenge me, okay. Next one I will play with you. Full not him. Okay, full not him. Why, what are you writing? Fools will resign, wise player might make a draw, but only genius can win the game. Who said that? You said? Right, not bad. Bishop takes, but I don't think I will do that. But that's some like I don't know. Okay, bishop takes, he can't castle. He takes, I will take, and anyway he can't castle. Knight takes, I will take the knight. Alright, already not bad, but he has so much pieces for defense, like his upper rook. Sacked rook, I already sacrificed that. Pietro? Who is Pietro? Pietro checkmate. What are you speaking about? I think only I don't know that. Is the chess YouTuber like Pietro checkmate? I don't know him. Okay, some bring the rook and 7th rank shouldn't be bad here. Rook f7 and some checks, we will see. We don't need trade, only not trade here. Here knight back will take the knight, he will take the rook. Rook straight. I don't know. Famous chess YouTubers? I don't know him. Alright, I will try to see that. Brazilian. Okay, checks rook d3 won't work, but actually if I open this d file should be more easier to play this. Still I don't want some rook f3 because it will force some trade which I don't like. My rook just I'm trying to use for some opening files here. Even c3 I will repeat the position from g3 and try to bring the rook. Force his king just bring on queenside which his rook can't move. I don't know that YouTuber. Just I'm gonna say I know very much YouTubers, but him not. Okay. I think check, but is this threat or not? If rook g8 is threat, just I don't know. He can't move. He just needs to guard and can be tricky even some pins. He's from the US, but he has an accent. Right. How all of you know him? Bishop back, rook check, king e2 check, king f3. He will take the queen. Alright, why I brought there? Takes, king takes, okay. So he's up rook, but his rook on a8 isn't doing anything. That can be tricky one actually. If another way, if not e2 like c3. Just I'm trying to get out from these checks and check myself. Queen d6. Yes, I missed queen d6 just to giving my queen to him. Yes, I missed to lose immediately. Okay, even Nightbot are saying 200 in. He purchase. Good job actually, not bad. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, he missed that, thank you. Oh, I didn't check. Alright, let's call time pressure. Let's meet with time pressure. Rook takes. Alright, that's over. Why I missed rook d7 with 0.1 second? What is he doing? I'm not gonna ban him, but I'm gonna say that rule not him, don't be so rude. Yeah, probably some kids are watching the stream. Advising. Okay. Alright, great game. Arm terror. Well, let's have another one. Like, we get 1600, but we are getting stress in these whole games. Just, the words or just queen d6, I would plunder the queen in one move because queen was defending. Takes d4 and then. But why is this getting so tricky? Am I gonna lose a pawn or not? Okay, my structure I think is gonna lose. Alright, under sketcher. No problem, there is no problem, I'm gonna say. Don't be mad, Chad, don't be mad. Okay, that's advancing moves isn't bad, you know. Just uh, no, that's okay. None of you aren't wrong because there can be some YouTubers that doesn't like that advising. Probably that's the problem. But I like that advices. Why not? You can advise. There is. I'm not seeing any sort of problem. But without bad words, please. Okay, let's centralize tonight. Tonight and even Queenside Castle he could play and that could be more better for me. But anyway, Rook Bishop D3. Okay, like knight e5 actually won't sound bad here. Knight e5 takes. Okay, I will take with the knight to not lose any pawn here. Take queen takes or pawn takes. Alright. That's why I'm saying that don't say bad words. Did you get it, chat? Is this taking movies gonna save him or not? Deep Joy Mondal. Hello, brother. How are you? Right, that was mouse click from him for sure, but even if he took, he's gonna lose exchange like right now. 95, yes. Actually, I played that, which can be the best. He's down exchange, okay. I missed that bishop e2 even can be. Hello, Emran. How are you? If I move, I will lose exchange. Please don't forget about likes. How many likes we have, by the way? Alright, even this move could be which I missed. Okay, I'm gonna miss the knight, but it's honor to meet the knight. You know, two pieces are better. Okay, 2 likes remain and we'll get our goal like 21 likes. Actually not bad. If I bring my rook on e7, I will bulldoze all this position. Thank you, Emran, I'm fine. You will have great achievements. You want to play with me very much time. Just when I am going to chess.com, you're already sending me challenge. I will play. You're being actually um, really with great thinking, you know. Okay, I haven't still so much subscribers, but one day I will have, probably. Okay, like, because I have 3 on CS2, I'm gonna try to trade this. Try to trade and have one passed pawn, okay? I think he just wasted like 30 minutes. If we don't count there is increment time. But we can't guess. Just my time is just in a bad situation. Okay, why are you keep attacking? That's not giving you anything. Just help me do my plans. Don't do anything. I was going back. He was gonna reputate and I don't know. Let's open h5 and bring the rook far from the knight, which won't disturb from my plans. Okay. This check, he will lose the bishop. Yes, 2 minutes, but he's playing very fast actually. I think even he's trying to time me out and win like that, which will be dirty way to win that. Alright. What about rook c8? Okay, he thought about that before I was gonna play that. Great one, why not? The only way that's not that great, just I can't push my pieces forward, my pawns forward. I think it's just not doing anything. The knight can be tricky one on these squares. Okay, now the knight can't move. Like, I'm trying to some breakthrough, but actually that's hard one. My time is actually very bad. Okay, e-file is guarded, so what after king g4 and f5? He can't move the bishop, okay, and that's e6, c4. f3 won't work. Okay, before moving, we need to see all that threats that he can give us, I'm gonna say. What about check and move king? b2 is lost. Okay, g5 is free. Some may thought he's defending. Alright, he's gonna be almost mate, you know. If I didn't even make a new queen, he should gonna lose from that back rank. Increment. Yes, +2 in every move. He was waiting until I will gonna make a new queen and he will gonna trade with a bishop and have winning position. But he forgot I'm gonna block this. Okay, I believe I have 20. Hello, AHC. How are you, bro? He has mate in 1. Alright, I have mate in 1 to him, he blundered. Great game, actually. It was so stressful game, I thought even I'm gonna lose this, but that didn't happen. Right, you are gaining higher elo, like if you compare my games when I'm playing, right, like 1 week. Actually not that bad. I like 1 like and I will gain my goal today. 21 likes. He can take and then e5, okay, which very much players are doing actually. Can I play you? Yes, bro, you can. The chess revolution. In the bottom on the chat, there is a link that you can find me on chess.com. Yes, and send me Blitz game, okay? After this game, send me Blitz, I will play with you. Knight takes, pawn takes. Alright, great center, he takes. F4 can be moved. Like, because there is a bishop that's, I won't say that's really great defended. Queen c7, I think that's could be loose after some f6 he can take, bishop could be loose. But anyway, I don't like to get the pin here. Knight takes, that should be pin. By the way, that queenside castle probably should be the worst thing he could play because b-file is open, b2 is weakness. There is no much ways he can protect b2. I don't like queen trades, but because rook takes his bishop on a4 or the knight on a4 is gonna lose, I'm happy to see that. Just only that way I could trade that queens, which I did. Alright, he resigned. Let's see, castle on queenside, I knew already that was a mistake. And he just blundered so bad. The chess revolution, did you send friend request, right? If I got yours, okay, I got yours. Request, next one I will play. Just I started, then I say, saw your challenge. Okay, knight f6 is very bad move actually in this Vina game. And then add fun. Add fun. What about add fun? What do you mean? Okay, let's protect this. I'm trying to keep this position alive. Alright, the chess revolution. Thank you for joining. Next one I will play with you. Okay, that spin I think he can take and then trade the queens. I don't like trade the queens, and that should be mistake. At least the inaccurate move because f7 is pressured. I can't even take. Alright, I lied to you. I can't take. Now if bishop back, the queen should be hanged there. Like queen h5 he can check and then lose the knight because king d2 I can't castle. Queen d5 he checks, doesn't matter. He's gonna defend, I'm gonna take the knight. Yes, but the difference, if I go h5, g6 he can kick. But queen d5 actually only moved that protecting like knight h6, which I'm gonna take and then mate. So queen e7 is a forced move. That's why he played that. Some like take front fork, he can take the bishop if pawn takes, queen takes, okay? Just queen takes to not trade the queens. He's up a pawn, but you know his position is bad. He didn't castle and should be the worst move. I don't know, I'm like seeing all his playing his worst move because now he's gonna defend the knight. If he see this queen d4, so he's forcing me trade and queenside castle, that actually should be equal position, I'm gonna say. If I play like 1 hour game, probably I could win after this positioning, like 3 or 4 moves after this. I don't know. I like feel I blundered anything. I didn't see anything I miss. Take. Why I'm wondering some queen sacrifice. Okay, queen back, but I would like to keep this king here so he can take and then exchange, okay? I can take g7. So, okay, queen a3, bishop c5, he will fork. Here bishop takes. I don't know, I need to take the bishop if he takes, which I think he will do. Or knight takes. I think knight takes first because if bishop moves, I will take f7. Magnus Carlsen, YouTube. Hello, brother. How are you? Okay, that's why I didn't need to play queen a4 and e2 should be better one. He can even castle, I'm gonna take and just take a pawn that should be equal. But my rook is still really great, my queen should be centralized there from taking f7. The difference he can take, he can castle, which I didn't like to help him castle, you know. I would like to see he's just losing moves and being down the tempo, which I could continue my attack on that center of the board, which considered to be his king. Okay, takes. Then probably take the bishop just. Yes, I'm down a pawn, but if I create isolated pawn for me, that's not easy for him to protect. If it's not just, I can use this pin. If not the pin, just my king side is really active actually. Okay, I'm not down any sort of pawn. So I don't know how can he protect his pawn on d6. Should be harder because from another pawn he can. Okay, let's continue pressure. Bishop g5 and knight d5. Yes, actually, I think that too, but no, I think bishop e7 can be moved. Bishop e7, knight d5, just I will lose a piece. Okay, brilliant horse. Nice to see you again. I'm fine, Magnus Carlsen. Thank you, bro. 23 likes? Okay, my goal was 21. You can even not to like. Thank you everyone for liking. Right, I'm joking. If you want, you can. Like, I forgot to add 0 and have 210 likes. What happened? The lights were gone for 1 second, and I just needed to turn on my computer, open the Solabs. That's why that was so hard to join again. Alright, our time is getting lower. Yes, thank you, Brilliantor. I know you're gonna do that. In knight d5, who say that Charles, I'm gonna do that knight d5 move, which no, I think he will gonna lose a pawn or have some bad position. Okay, he can't check. Hello, moderator. Okay, what is this move? I could take. Okay, Brilliantor, we will play. Now send me challenge. Now go and try to send me challenge, okay? Not now, but wait until I will finish. Not lose any gold time there. Okay, I'm up a pawn. Really unexpected. Okay, I'm gonna lose a pawn. If I take a7, he could like b6 and block that. I think if he tried to pressure my queenside just a3 and c5 to protect all this. King's moves I will pin, he will lose the bishop. King's on e-file. Yes, that one is better. Now we have time pressure, just I'm afraid to take. To take and b6, you know, I think even b6. He will lose his second pawn maybe. Did he blunder? Okay, he blundered. Just, you know, when your one piece is just hang, you don't need to hang your second one. That's the rule of chess. Alright, that's all. We finished already. Brilliant or send. Well, he resigned because I should have one rook. Even if he like pawn push, I should have one bishop and one rook. Chef Burkhead, I would like to play with you, but let's finish with Brilliantor and then with you, okay? He's waiting like when I didn't even started the stream. I would like to play with you like 2400 rated. Well, me and Ranik. Magnus Carlsen, what is your nickname? Please remind me about that. I will accept your challenge. Okay, he's getting so much higher elo, like 1200. He weren't been like that. d5. d5 to open my light square bishop. Okay, we both of us don't like to take this. Enjoy, guys. Thank you, bro. He takes queen c7, I believe, and create this great diagonal. Under checkmate. Ah, your nickname, right? Alright, bro. Bishop d6, let's be sure he can some sort of fork in this position. No, the knight isn't there. The knight isn't on f3, so he won't guard this h4, h2. Wait a minute, is bishop g4 is blocking the queen or not? Okay, bishop g4, he can't move the queen. If not h3. Okay, please not play h3. I won't take h2, don't play h3. Right, that's not working. Queen g2. But actually, h3 could be better one for him, but no, he hasn't light square bishop. Now he has light square weaknesses. I will wait until rook d1. I think that's move he would like to play. To just centralize the rook, but he should gonna miss that. I have some feelings. I don't know, like c5 is weakening d5 pawn, but actually knight back d4 I'm gonna take a figure, right? Yes, he hasn't enough time to take the pawn, and this is coming with a fork. Okay, take. Doesn't matter. Okay, if it's matter, wait a minute. Takes and then bishop f4. So I will get fork and that should be losing for me. Let's see if we gonna see this plan or not. Like bishop f4 he's gonna take exchange. He takes, I will take the bishop instead of that. He will bring the knight, like I don't know, a4, back to f4. I will take f2, okay? ABC Chess World Cup. Yes, that looks like World Cup. We are, I don't know, we are playing not bad, you know. Magnus against Alieja. Now knight back. I will take and yes, some weaknesses he has in his position. But my knight should be great, you know. There is just queen f2, knight g4 will destroy his position. Okay, even king takes, that was a little bit unexpected, but anyway. I think queen d7 and check some taking ideas won't be bad, but actually he can just bring the rook and prevent kick my queen back and have some activity in his position. Just, you know, he's kicking my figure and he's getting activity. That's the worst part. Now c4, like king can't move on the squares. If I go c4, okay? So he needs to go a2, I will force his king in the center of the board. Just if I can, I will try to keep in the middle. And I think like rook e3 I can just force. Yes, he needs to think about c4, which is great. If he even could close c4, so I can't, should be almost protected. Alright, he takes knight g4. I think rook e1 is just, what about if he just sacrifice the rook? Okay, I think he's gonna sacrifice exchange or full rook. You know, king e2, that's the only move that keeping the rook defended, so he will lose the exchange if I trade all this, but actually, this sneaky move. Wait a minute, here's knight e4. Trades. Yes, I'm gonna take a figure from this. Knight e4 to just keep the queen alive. So I'm gonna trade the queens because if I don't, just he will take the queen and then should be bad. Okay, wait. But this is gonna lose. So, you know, I could take, but that should be equal, which I don't like, that equal position. These two pieces are pressured. Okay, knight on d6 is guarded, so rook takes, knight shouldn't be pinned here. That was the problem. Okay, he's losing the knight anyway, but that won't be the best move. Just for some reasons. Okay, what about rook e8? Okay, king f3 should be just almost saving his position, but bishop f5. Like king f3 that weren't a pin. I was wondering just sack the rook for the knight and have one bishop against his weak pawns. Like on queenside, even my bishop is enough to guard all that. Alright, that seems winning for me, right? So, the problem he lost, that's about endgame. Actually, he didn't play very bad in that middle game and opening. Alright, who wants to play? I'm, after this, waiting for your challenges. He has some hops with this pawn, yes? C8 is guarded, I'm gonna push the pawn. So, like, that should be very dangerous if I do some pre-moves, like pre-moves I like. Okay, bro, you can resign. Alright, next one I will play with Magnus Carlsen. King e5, even pair which mate in 2, right? Alright, we finished this. Bro has only one move. Alright, send me challenge. Well, from Brisbane. Sorry, brilliant her. Magnus Carlsen, I think I accepted your challenge, right? Am I playing with you? Like Magnus, and your name is Magnus, I think, right? Okay, yellow in defense we have. Like, I don't know, d5. d5 is doing great job in these positions, just c5 I'm gonna play. Like, no? Counter check. Ah, okay, I remember. I remembered, like, that was Gotham's photo, right? Okay, next one, I will wait for your challenge, bro. a6 to not let the knight on b5. Alright, Magnus, next one. Like after this game, you can send another 3 challenges, okay? So I will wait, you will challenge. Can I take? Okay, let's be sure after some trades that I won't get back bad position. Yes, brilliant horse. Thank you, I know that. King moves. Okay, I did with a check. That's why I had enough time to take the rook after next one, okay? Let's check to not blunder some, like, another move won't work. Yes, brilliant horse. With whom I didn't play, I'm gonna finish with them and then I will play, okay? This is going to be made. I think rook a2. Uh, rook a2, knight f3. Here's... Okay, let's see. Since winning, I'm up 2 knights, and the knight's positions like this in the offense are very tricky. This is pressured so much. Okay, mate in 2. I'm someone you know. Yes, I know you. Like I remember your rating, like that was 300, right? Your chess.com page, I think I remember, Magnus. Alright, Anders, checkmate. Alright, waiting for you. No, brilliant horse, without my permission you can't. You know, there is like some people who are watching the stream and doing some spams, but actually they are my old followers. Like G6, just I don't know, I don't recommend G6 if you're a little bit low rated. But anyway, bishops are coming to defend because some tricky, like very much players are trying to pin this to take the knight and then take d4. E5, I will block bishop way, okay? How we can continue this attack just. How we can open the bishop. But what about queen jump? Queen jump he won't take, so it's and like f5 won't work. I can't go f5, that's really great protected. I can't keep this pawn alive on e5 and that's forcing me to take. But he's getting actually weak pawns like on e6. Front bad. Rook is coming on e1. Okay, the bishop isn't pressured. Just rook f5 isn't doing anything, like f7 won't be bad actually, keep all discarded. Here he takes. I will lose 2 pieces against the rook. Okay, and then some knight g5 or not. His light squares are very weakened. Just his light square bishop isn't doing anything for defend this. Only e6 is guarded. Take, I will connect the pawns and that should be bad for me. But d4 is pressured. Okay, I can sack the bishop on g6 and take knight back. Just if he tries to take this seems free pawn. Okay, I will wait for that. Let's go h3 and see if he's gonna play that or not. I would like some because this f file is open and g6 is played, and no, when this f file is open and you're playing h6, that's giving you more complex game, but that's actually giving me opportunity from some quick squares that now he has. Alright, now I'm gonna bring the rook, and if that isn't enough, the knight and the rook actually can move. Another rook on a1, okay? g3, knight f4 some. Like even knight e4 can be possible, he can take his queen, should gonna lose there. e5 is... Okay, why I played that? e5 then e4, then d4 actually. e5. Only this move is saving from taking the knight. He takes his queen, should gonna lose here. So let's bring the knight, and these pawns are very weak. If not e5, I will bring the knight on a4. e5 sounds like some activation, but for sure he's attacking on the queen, and even e4 after that. Okay, brilliant. Our next one, send me challenge. I'm kicking the rook and pressure g6. Can I suck the queen, or there is no reason? Just I will have rook and bishop again instead, but don't think I need. I don't think even I need to trade with a queen shots after g5. That means trades. Like g3, I will block rook way to jump on g3. Okay, I don't know. I would like some c3. His construction grid is great on that center and inside. I don't know how can I make some progress. Alright, bro, what you did? Brilliant, or where are you? I'm waiting for your challenge. Who wants to play? In the below chat there is a link. Find me there and send me challenge. Alright. Let's play with Brilliantors. 3 queen, yes. Send me challenge. This weren't actually bad position. He was almost defending. I was gonna trade the queens there for sure. Okay, Thunder Sketcher, I think you will wait until I will play one more game, okay? Where are you, Brilliantor? Okay, I find you. Now send. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm gonna end the stream, but Brilliantor sent me challenge anyway. So goodbye everyone, thank you for joining. Yes, you blundered, bro. Goodbye, tomorrow I will play.